Hello and welcome to our 5 minutes with Ekaterina tips and tricks for learning a language. Today let's talk a little bit more about looking for language partners and about the language partnership in general. Because having the internet as a tool, having all these communication programs like Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, whatever, all these messengers, and high-speed internet almost in the all parts of the world, we cannot miss this possibility when we learn some foreign language. When I was at school, it was impossible to connect with any foreigner, and I remember that there were some missionaries, they were Americans, and they were just walking around, and everybody in the neighborhood knew that they are Americans. And we as children, we were so amazed and impressed, and we learned English at school, and we wanted to talk to them, and our English was so bad that we were so embarrassed and shy to meet a foreigner that it was something. I remember these feelings when we approached them and said hello, and they were friendly, they said hello to us, but that was it, that was the end of the conversation, because we didn't know where they meet, we didn't know what they are doing, and we cannot really ask them in English back then. I didn't speak any English back then. The situation now is so different. You can just go online to the special resources, and doesn't matter what your language level is, you can just find a person who will help you, with whom you can chat, with whom you can talk, connect in Skype, and you can help each other to learn a language, and also you can help each other to exchange the cultures, to know more about the foreign country. And it used to be like pen friends, but you don't really need a pen friend. Now you can just have a normal live conversation with somebody from abroad. Can you imagine how wonderful it is? But there is always the flip side of the coin, yeah. And this flip side is that the internet is also the place where lots of different people, and some people, they're not really a perfect match. They have different goals, and sometimes when you go to the language exchange, you have in mind your language exchange, and you are finding something else. So that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. Firstly, as for the platforms, you can just go to any search engine and enter the learning a language partnership or language partner, find a language partner, and there would be the list of the websites. There are up to 20 of them, with the most famous probably Tandem and italki, where I teach. You can find the link for my teaching profile there, and probably Verblink sometimes, some people using them, but I guess that Tandem is the most famous when it comes to the language learning, and this is the one I hear a lot from my students that they use it. And going to that site, you have this simple registration, you fill in your interests, and you're happy. There are so many people, even some of them online. And what I figured out when I started to register there, and I did really started to use them, is that there are many people who are just using this platform as a dating site, and I wasn't dating at all, and they're starting to, the first question, are you single or married, tell me about your personal life, I want to see you on the camera, and there are like some kind of perverts even, which is so demotivating, and it's a big problem when you're using these sites. So there would be such people everywhere. They are, even on italki, which tries to filter such people, and you can just send a complaint to the support team. But even on trustable websites, you always have a risk to have such people. So don't be discouraged. Just block people you don't like on the internet. Just treat it as any internet hazard, and don't think that it's demotivating. Just try to filter, try to really find people who are learning a language, which will take some time. It can take a week probably, or it can take 2 weeks. Don't be discouraged. If you want to find somebody to talk to for free, you kind of need to invest some time. It works like this. You either invest in time or you invest in money, finding a tutor and talking to the tutor in real life. So that's how it works. So invest some time and find somebody who is really interested in learning a language and who is really interested in sharing the language to you. So now we filtered these bad people, and we are on the step 2. We are finally has the connection to the language partner. And the second problem there is that not all people are really motivated, and sometimes we ourselves are not really motivated. And when we are not paying money, we are not so obligatory there. When we have this scheduled lesson, we can forget, and it's like, oh, it's not a problem. Or during the class, we can maybe I feel bad, let's do it tomorrow, or let's not do it. And sometimes language partners, they just disappears. That's again normal. Just think about the structure of your language progress. Do you want to read, then find a textbook or find the text and read it with your partner? Just different partners find another partner. Or if you just need to talk, just think about the topic, just prepare for the topic, treat it as a normal class, as a normal exchange, have fun, meet the person, but also think what do you need, and be ready that you will change the partners, because life is going on and people are having fun with that, and the fun is the first thing you will sacrifice when you're doing something. So be prepared that you will change your language partners constantly, and have in mind what you want. What do you want to achieve with this language exchange? If it's reading, just have your text and read it with different people. If it's speaking, just think about what you want to speak and which vocabulary do you need to develop during this time. The next challenge is the cultural differences, and sometimes you don't understand your language partner. You understand what he or she is saying, but there might be a confusion. So just be open. That's the only advice here. If you are open, everything's gonna be fine. So be prepared that sometimes the cultural differences, especially for the political points of view, they will be different, the religion will be different. Just either don't discuss it or be ready to hear something you don't like to hear. That is the next thing. And the main thing is that it's your way of studying, it's your process. Enjoy it and find the strength in yourself to continue it, to find the people, to be friendly to people, to learn more of what you can do. Just don't be afraid, don't be scared to invest some time, pay some, I don't know, attention to what's going on, or contribute your time in it. Contribute maybe 2 or 3 hours every week into finding new people. Be ready that there wouldn't be an easy conversation sometimes, or there would be different people. Just prepare for these small challenges in order to create bigger fun for yourself. That's my idea. If you cannot find a partner, you always can go to the paid classes. You can consider my classes, for example. And that's something you can try, and you should try, in order to develop your speaking, because there are so many people saying, I can understand everything when I hear it, but I cannot speak. So you need to go away from your comfort zone. You need to go out to the people, and you need to speak out. And now you can use the internet as a tool, which is perfect. That's my idea for today. Let me know about your experience using these language partners websites, or maybe just having a language partner. Was it easy to find one, or it was a little bit tricky? Also, don't forget about your likes, and please consider supporting the channel on the Patreon. That's how I know that this video is helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to meet you very soon. Goodbye for now.